Hello guys, welcome back to Anna's Kitchen. Are you ready to discover how I made those amazing mini croissants? Okay then, subscribe now and ring the bell and I will tell you all the secrets to obtain a puff pastry with 36 perfect layers of butter. So, can you believe it? 36 layers of butter melting in your mouth. But if you missed the previous video, no worries, here you go. As you can see, I pre-sieved my flour and I will break my fresh yeast into the warm water and I will stir it well and I will mix it with the flour. And it's important also the choice of flour, because not all the flour we're gonna give a good taste to our croissants. So now I start with small pieces of butter that I let melt out from the fridge 30 minutes before, and I won't follow with the next one if I'm not sure that the first one is already completely absorbed. So now I will follow with the sugar and the salt, and I'm not scared to mix them together because the process of rice already started with gluten. But I can't deny that the yeast feeds on sugar. So if you prefer, you can put them separately. And now I follow with the last ingredient, milk, so that I will obtain a soft and elastic dough able to wrap and hug completely my layer of butter. And now I'm ready to laminate my butter or batter. You might know this tab like bourrage. So I pre-shape my baking paper on 20 per 25 centimeter, so it will be easier to give the shape. But if butter gets in a consistency like clay, I will put it back in the fridge for a couple of minutes to get colder. And I remember, high quality and high percentage of fattage, and of course I choose an unsalted one. Important is the temperature of the dough and the temperature of the butter. The butter shouldn't be even so cold because it might get broken inside the dough and after it's gonna not come good and we are in danger to throw our job in the bin, because the result it will be of an oily croissant. Can you see the dough is really elastic and soft, and I can easily shape it and reshape it with my hands, and also stretch it a little if it's necessary. And for sure I will keep an eye to the thickness of all the area, as I did for the butter. I will keep the same thickness all over the area. So now I check 25 per 20. And as you can see, the butter is not too soft and not too strong, not too cold. It's flexible, it flexes a little. I fix it perfectly on the line of the dough because I remember that they are both 20 centimeters. And now I make sure that the edges doesn't overlap, but they are side on the side, and I will close perfectly every single corner and hole, because it's important that the butter, while I'm moving my folds, it doesn't go out, destroying the taste of my croissants. One important thing to keep in mind with croissant while we are moving the fold is to keep in mind that we have to know when it's better to stop. And with this I mean to stop before the butter melts inside the dough, becoming one thing. So it's better to let it rest a couple of minutes, like 10-15 in the fridge, and keep going after. So the first rule for croissant is to have time, because the more that it dries, the better is the taste. So now I will wrap it and I will leave it at least 30-40 minutes in the fridge, but also 1 hour or 2, it doesn't change nothing, as I already told you. And now you will see the difference with the 3 folds to 3, because those are 27 layers. This means 3 folds to 3. You see, guys? Those are the results of my croissant. You see here inside how fluffy, how soft they are. Okay, and you see here, as I work my puff pastry, as I turn and I fold it and I fold it and I fold it. So, couple of minutes, I'm gonna go back to my job, because you know, to do it I need a little bit strength. Really nice. See? Do you like it how it looks like? But obviously what, guys, when you fill them like me with Nutella, basically 90% of the time I'm gonna put my mouth in fire, because I can't wait for them to get cool. So if you don't want to put yourself in fire and still have the opportunity, the way to taste food, watch out. Slow down, wait 1 minute more, don't make like Anna Maria. So after 40 minutes, I'm ready to move the first fold to 4. So as you can see, I gently push under in both sides and direction. I never forget to put flour top down, so it's gonna slide. And like in every step, I will respect the same thickness all over the area and the shape of a perfect rectangle. So basically, the first fold to four is about to overlap the first quarter on top of the second, and after the fourth quarter overlapped on top of the third, and after folding the half facing the first and fourth quarter, so that we will create the first four layers. Okay, so you see, everything is clear, guys. And now I wrap it good with a baking paper and I put it back for at least 30 minutes or even 1-2 hours. And now I'm ready for the second fold. And from now on, never forget, the layer of butter are getting tinier and tinier. So if it's necessary, stop, leave it in the fridge, rest 5-10 minutes. In this case, it might be enough. But it's better to let it 15 minutes at least. So I push gently in both sides and direction, and after I roll it a little bit. And I will start also being scared to touch it, because I might break it with my finger. Reason why I prefer to wear the gloves also, to create a little bit distance between the heat of my hands and the dough. So, as for the first fold, I will close the edges who were open before in the center for the second fold and also for the third fold. Can you see the line of the first fold? Okay, so that reminds me, where are the open sides? So I will overlap like a letter in this case. And I will make sure that every area is the same shape. So I might stretch it a little bit with my hands. And now I will pack it again and put it back in the fridge for at least 30 minutes, but also 1 hour. And now it's time to move the last fold. So I will obtain finally my 36 layers. And this time I might let it rest really in the fridge, because the layers are more tinier. I check if it's thick the same, and as before I put the open edges in the center. And this is the next content. So if you like this video, subscribe now, ring the bell so you will be updated straight away when I will upload the video for meringue. Divine. Those are divine, guys. And now, finally, I'm ready to go straight to the shape of 60 per 45 centimeter. Yeah, I know it's not easy, but it's not impossible. So, not to stress my dough, like a fairy, I will push it in both sides and direction. I will spread flour top and down, like always, respecting the shape of a rectangle. And when I will retain that is necessary, I will put it back to relax in the fridge for about 10-15 minutes. And as before, now I will use more often in the next movement the stick to help myself to turn my puff pastry so that I won't warm it with the heat of my arm. So now I will wrap it as better I can and I will let it rest. And here I go. Flour top and down, and I restart. I push little gently and I roll it so that I won't stress it. And when I will see that I stretch it and it comes back, I might put it back also in the fridge to relax. Because I want my croissant. I don't want that the butter is gonna melt on top of the dough. I go, I'm almost ready to start making my croissants. I will trim just the sides, but not the top and down because I might stretch it while I close my croissants. So I will make 3 slices of 15 centimeters each, whose base it will be of 10 centimeters. Now I proceed to make my little trigger. I hope I spell it good. And now I will make a small cut on the base of my croissant. So when it's gonna be time to bake them, they will cook also in the center. Then I put a little amount of Nutella, so that I'm ready to close them. And as you can see, I leave the tail on the back of the corners, and I hold them from the corner and I give a little pull to the tail, but gently because the layer of butter are really tiny. And when I will be done to close one by one my croissant, I will make the egg wash with at least 3 eggs and 6 spoons of milk. And after, I will let them rise in the oven on a tray, of course, and I will cover this tray with a cling film, and I will let it there for 6 or 8 hours. And after, I will freeze them, and when they will be frozen, I will put them in a bag, so it will be also more comfortable to keep them in the freezer. And when I need them, I take them out 15 minutes earlier. I turn on the oven on a temperature of about 200 degrees for 10 minutes at first for the croissant, with the croissant inside, I mean. And after 5 minutes, I will put it on about 180, 190 degrees for 15-20 minutes more. And I never forget to put like a bowl inside the oven with water, so they will come much better. Do you like it? So now I proceed, as I told you, with my egg wash. So guys, I hope you like this video. I hope you will tell it to the friend of your friend to follow my channel and subscribe. And if you have a particular request about an Italian recipe, leave a comment and let me know what do you think. See you in the next video, guys.